Hey guys, have you spent weeks, sometimes months, looking for a property deal, running the numbers over and over again, only to back out at the last minute? You're not alone. It's called analysis paralysis, and it's the silent wealth killer in property investing. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why it happens, the psychology behind delayed decisions, and the proven steps you can take to overcome it, so you can start building wealth instead of watching opportunities pass you by. And later on, I'll share you a story of two mates, same suburb, same opportunities. One kept delaying because the numbers were never perfect. The other took action with a clear framework. 5 years on, their financial positions could be more different. You'll want to hear the ending to that one. All right, so let's dive in. When it comes to property investing, everyone loves talking about strategy and the numbers. But here's the truth no one tells you. The real battle isn't with the bank or the property, it's in your head. Analysis paralysis happens when you've got too much information, too many choices, and the fear of making the wrong move. And instead of moving, you freeze. Now, why does this matter so much? Because in property, time is not neutral. Every year you sit on the sidelines, house prices, rents, and equity growth keep moving without you. Delaying for just one cycle can literally cost you thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's unpack this together. So firstly, why do so many people delay? Well, it comes to two things, okay? Fear and perfectionism. Fear is making the wrong choice, fear of losing money, fear of getting judged by family and friends if the deal doesn't go perfectly, and perfectionism, waiting for the absolute perfect property, the perfect interest rate, the perfect timing, and the perfect suburb. But here's the harsh reality. There's no such thing as the perfect deal. Property investing is about trade-offs, probabilities, and building a portfolio across time. So I worked with a client a few years ago. Let's call her Sarah. She spent almost 2 years researching, waiting for the perfect deal. During that time, the suburb she wanted to buy in, let's say an outer Melbourne pocket, jumped by nearly 20%. By the time she finally acted, the same house cost her an extra $120,000. That's not bad luck. That's the cost of delay. Fear and perfectionism feel safe in the moment, but they robbed you blind in the long term. The second reason why people delay: information overload. We live in a world where data is everywhere. Sales reports, yield calculators, suburb rankings, mortgage comparison sites, podcasts, YouTube channels. It never ends. And here's the irony. More information often makes people less confident, not more. Instead of clarity, it creates confusion. It feels like you're doing research, but reality, you're procrastinating with spreadsheets. Does that sound familiar? So here's the truth. Successful property investors don't need every single piece of information. They need the right framework for decision making. Otherwise, research never ends. Now let's put numbers into this. Imagine two people. Both have the ability to buy a $600,000 investment property today. One acts, the other delays for 3 years because they're still researching. If the market grows at a modest 6% annually, in 3 years, that property is now worth $715,000. That's a gain of $115,000 that the action taker captured, while the procrastinator missed out completely. Worse still, the action taker now has extra equity, which they can leverage to buy property number 2. Procrastinator, they're still waiting for the perfect conditions. This is the real cost of analysis paralysis. It's not just lost time, it's lost compounding growth. And once you lose a growth cycle, you can't get it back. All right, so let's come back to the story I teased earlier. Two mates, both in Sydney, same age, same income. They both started looking at investment properties around 2017. So mate number one, let's call him James. Spent years looking for the perfect deal. He went to seminars, read books, even had his own spreadsheets. But every time he got close, he'd hesitate. And my mate number two, Mark, used a simple framework. He aimed for properties under $650,000 with solid rental demand within metro growth corridors. He bought his first property in 2018. By 2021, that property had grown by over $150,000. He leveraged that into a second property in Brisbane. Today, Mark has two growing assets compounding for him. And James, he's still in research mode, watching those same markets becoming too expensive for his original budget. The difference wasn't intelligence or opportunity, it was psychology. One broke through perfectionism with the process, the other stayed paralyzed. So how do you actually overcome this? So I'm going to give you a 3-step framework I use with clients called decide, divide, do. Okay? So decide, commit to a clear strategy. Is it capital growth? Is it cash flow? Is it portfolio building? Pick one lane, because without a strategy, every property looks confusing. Next, divide. Break the decision into smaller steps. Instead of thinking, I need the perfect property, make smaller decisions. Budget range, target city, type of dwelling. Narrow it step by step until you're left with a shortlist. And then do. Once you've got the shortlist, take action. Set deadlines for yourself. For example, I will choose a property within 30 days of completing due diligence. Time kills perfectionism. This simple process transforms overwhelm into momentum, because investing isn't about the single perfect deal. It's about building a body of work across time. Now, here's another way to break through: accountability. Humans are wired to perform better when someone's looking over their shoulder. It's the reason personal trainers exist. If you're stuck in analysis paralysis, get accountability. That could mean a mentor, a buyer's agent, or a community of investors who not only share opportunities, but also call out when you are stalling. One of my clients, Dave, used to fall into the delay trap. But after we put deadlines on decisions and created weekly accountability check-ins, he went from years of inaction to buying 2 properties in 18 months. These structured, forced actions. If this video is speaking to you, if you're realizing that maybe the only thing standing between you and your first or next investment property is actually yourself, then hit the like button. It helps more Aussies wake up to the mindset of, well, not just the numbers. And if you haven't already, subscribe now, because we go deeper into breaking through these barriers every single week. And if you know you've been delaying for too long and it's time for a structured help, my team works directly with investors who are tired of sitting on the sidelines and wants a proven process for moving forward. We'll help you clarify your strategy, set deadlines, and find the right property step by step, so you can finally get results instead of staying stuck in your own head. So if that sounds like you, book a call with us today. The link is in description. Let's get you out of analysis paralysis and into action.